cycle file. God. Abilities I want and stuff like that by looking at it, you know?
Alright, we are live and ready to go. My phone is being silly, but everything else is going okay. Everybody is in the process of joining and jumping on. So while I fix a couple things, get the scale set and everything. There we go. It has been a minute since we've said hello to our Nashkel people. I wanted at 110. There they are in their glory. Alright, so messages of the day finally popping up. Don't know why I can't get Twitch to behave. Let's see, maybe am I connected to the right thing? Alright, so connected. Okay, so now everything should be hunky-dory. Let's see. There we go. Alright. It helps if everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Howdy. I know Mantha's probably waving, but...
Okay, you guys can be heard.
What? What did you say, Joker?
I can be
I
heard
said,
also.
I was gonna say, Mantha, do you do like I do when everybody says say howdy and wave, or...
No.
No, you don't? Okay, I was just wondering. I thought I'm the only one that waves hi to everybody.
I
Alright,
only
so
do that when I
let's
have a camera set up.
jump in, and she's not on camera anyway, so you wouldn't be able to see her.
I know.
But Nick and Joker are, so let's. You guys had come back from your original mission was to go to. You were sent by the city council to go find out why this floating city was coming toward the Nashkel, was on a straight line headed straight to it, and you met up with John, who also had a similar task from the Adventurers Guild, and so you all went out there, killed everything on the floating city, which destroyed the magic that was keeping it afloat, so it fell into the sea. And then when you returned back to the Sword Coast, you landed outside Candlekeep, did some stuff, found out that you all were part of a ritual and being targeted by a mummy lord. So you tracked him down, killed the mummy lord, rescued the person and people, two of the people who were involved with that whole fiasco, went back to Candlekeep, and then made your way back to Nashkel, again being attacked this time by another giant, by a cyclops, on some sort of undead thing. Then, when you got back to Nashkel, Genesis did some scrying on naked people, as she is wont to do.
I didn't know they were naked until I did it.
I mean,
So she says. And then
So
you
she
guys
says-
ran
I
around
know!
selling things, turning in quests, buying things. And then you also spent a little bit of time as Kithri ran around and checked out where Rasserit lives. And then you were brought and are waiting just outside to talk to the city council.
Did I turn in the quest for the Cloud Giant at the Adventurers Guild, or is that still to do?
You have done that, yes. We will
Okay,
go
I
back
just-
and do that later.
Okay, I just did. Alright, I was just making sure.
Alright, so if you look at the image that was posted in the message of the day, it is an image of the Nashkel overhead view of Nashkel itself. You guys are actually not at Bronzeholm. You are in the main keep, where the meetings of the city council are. I was just double checking. I added a couple new pins. Nothing too insane. Just Razred's house. Clarified where Tusk lives, because the pin on there right now is the well, but he is in section BB, and if you follow that link, it pops up another image that includes the Iron Fist smithy, and then everything else that's on that street, and in that area surrounding it as you zoom out. So those are the new pins. The other pins were already there from before. Any questions, any comments before we jump into the meeting with the city council?
Yeah, I wanted to enchant my bow before that. Can we go over that after the city council spend? See what we can do with that?
You would have to find somebody who can do that and pay for it and everything else. Yes, you can do
Yeah,
that
that's
after the
that's
city
what I
council.
said. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Can we do that after the city council? Thank you. That's the only
If
question.
you
my
survive,
comment I had.
who knows what's going to happen on the
Yeah,
city
who
council.
knows?
Definitely, we're going to see more naked people, I guess.
Can you push me the Candlekeep, not Candlekeep, the Nashkel map with all the pins on it? It's no longer in my hotbar.
Okay, it is in the message of the day, but I am pulling it up.
Ah, shoot, I should have checked that. I read the message of the day,
Mhm.
and then I just kind of skip over that. Preach.
Alright, so let me find the information I am looking for, because oh, here it is. Okay, it just didn't have the name I expected it to have. Okay.
I will, for one final reminder before we get into the city council meeting, we do have a plan for our stealthy people to follow Rosserit if he's here after the meeting. So that would be John at the moment because Kithri is not here.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, so
I know the plan.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
the plan from last time. So
Tusk and Jen will not be following. We'll be making ourselves like, oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
very clearly in a different
Obviously, the
place.
bronze tusks are here, you know?
Yeah,
Definitely,
so
you're going to get ice cream at Argonne's Cold Treats.
one of those be careful situations. Or no, actually, rather than going to go get cold treats, why don't we go check in on our friend Gimble's candle shop, which is in almost the same area as
Oh yeah,
Rosserit's
definitely.
house.
And then
So
Gimbal will, no questions asked, vouch for us if anybody asks if we were there.
yeah, so that will be our plan. Jen and Tusk and
I
will
like that
head
modification.
towards the candle. Like, this is why a map's so helpful. Thank you, Sven. Like we'll head towards the candle shop while John trails
Tails
Rosserit if
run.
he's
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll hopefully be sort of in this area if you are in trouble. If not, it was nice knowing you.
If
Anyways,
not,
meeting time.
rip.
All right,
If you need to, just run away.
definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so you remember that you had found a letter. That was the only thing that was of seemed pertinent in the Cloud Keep, and so you had already provided that to the city council. You see it there on the as you guys are brought in. You see that one of the council members has it, and you guys were able to read it, but it itself was in, while it was written in Giant, it was in some sort of code or cipher, and so it basically just had a sort of a rambling letter, and it didn't really seem to make any clear sense. So as you all come in, the city council gestures for you to come forward. There is no waiting. There is nothing else. You just come in. You see that the council hall is empty except for the city council and yourself. You do see Rosserit there, and let's see, where's my push requested rolls? There we go. All right, so I'm going to push you guys some rolls. Click, click, click. There it is. I was like, I know it exists. Where is it? All right, and then I'm going to. There we go. All right, so as you come in, you see that the general air and general feel could be excitement. It could be not really fear, but they're definitely concerned. The other times that you've been in front of the city council were when you were tasked to go down below and rescue some of the city guards and things. And then, the Captain Smilodon was worried about his troops and things, but and when you were sent to go to the Cloud City, there wasn't this level of agitation and concern. During those meetings, different porters would come in and messengers would come in. There were refreshments provided to you and to the council members. Now you see that there's a couple pitchers close by the different couple of different council members, but for the most part, as I mentioned before, there's no one else in here. There are no other servants or anybody else who's attending to the councilmen. You do see their guards in the background, including their mages. They have a couple mages assigned to the city council itself. Some of them have individual guards as well. They're around, but again, they're in the background. So this just feels like a different setting and a different. My mind's going blank. The feel and the general air about what's happening seems to be more important. Seems to be more of concern than the previous times you've been in here.
Well, that's great.
You see.
Always good to have a vibe check. But no, good to know.
Vibe check.
Alright, so
I'm curious if that's like the general vibe of everyone, else, and just the fact that there's no little attendance and stuff like that. How does Rosserit in particular look in comparison?
I second that.
Like, is he like generally more calm than everyone?
Much harder to read.
Okay.
He is not. He is seated next to the last, so there's one other person to his left only. They do not speak or whisper to each other, whereas some of the other council members will on occasion. He does not seem to interact with the people next to him on either side.
Feel bad for the guy on the end. But good to know.
Does Rosserit seem like edgy or like on edge, or does he seem concerned, or can we tell he's concerned? No.
No. He and several of the others have quills and either a book or a scroll in front of them, and you see on occasion they will make a note or comment or refer to it. Here we go. Looking for my table that I usually have slotted. So as a peek behind the curtain, when the way that the game masters have been running Fantasy Grounds is there are what's called story entries, and then within those story entries there are links to everything that you need, from encounters to throwing out quotes, pictures, things like that. There have been reference manuals, things like Dungeon Master's Guide, Player's Handbook. Those have reference manuals, actual books. But you typically don't run an adventure from that, even if you have something like Tales from the Yawning Portal. They have story entries in addition to the reference manual. Since they did this last major update with the different views, camera views and such, they've almost completely done away with story entries. So a lot of my links and a lot of the things I had set up have just disappeared, and I pull things up and it'll just say it's just an empty screen, an empty window with nothing in it. So I've had to, if during my prep I don't happen to open up a certain window, sometimes I have to scramble and try to find things. Or
That's rough.
for the time being make it up. So it is rough, I agree on the case, but I'm hoping to eventually catch up and figure out what the heck happened, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who had this issue. And there's got to be ways to do it, to run it better than I am, fumbling around blindly. Anyway, so I just need to check one last note. Nick, do you have any of the city council in your NPCs, your proper names?
I think there should be one other at least. That's the gnome. Yeah, Ed Grimley, gnome on the city council, and I think that might be the only other one besides Rosseret. Can
I'll start from
do a
the
quick
bottom.
look
You
through.
start from the top.
Okay. So there we go. Okay. All right. So he is there, and he sits down as you guys come in. He was standing over by Rasserit and conversing with some of the people there as you guys were brought in. And he sits down. First of all, let me tell you, we appreciate what you've done for this city in the past, and we hope that you'll have found your what is it? He sort of looks at a little book he has. Oh, Bronze Home to your satisfaction.
We have.
Excellent. And as to the matter of the letter and this floating city, we've heard some rumors and we talked to some people, but if you would give us your take on what happened and why. What was there and how you handled it. So go ahead and just give me, Tusk. If you're gonna be doing most of the talking, give me one of the charisma checks. It can be intimidation. It can be, any of the, depending on how you're going to actually speak. You can also roll it with advantage because everybody else is there. If you're going to be doing the talking. If it's Genesis, then Genesis, you do the roll.
Yeah, I know I was about to say stuff, but I really should be Jen who says
probably
stuff.
be best if Jen did all this.
I think like Tuff starts like speaking gruffly, and then Jen just is like, "And anyways, this is how it went down."
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I think I'll do performance because I'm a bard and that's storytelling. You want that in chat or in the tower?
Straight, just in chat.
Wonderful. Nice.
Yeah, it helps when you have a plus 13.
I'm just checking something. Do you have minor illusion?
I don't think I do.
All right. So normally I don't have missing people involved. I am gonna say for this particular situation, Kithri is there, and she does have minor illusion. So there are different times where she will bring up either an image of a person or a creature or you guys were flying, so she can show what the clouds keep looked like as you were approaching, different things like that to help augment as you were talking and explain some of the things as you're talking. Do you hide anything, or do you try to change anything about what actually happened?
I'm trying to think if there's anything that is worth hiding. It's honestly been a really long time, especially IRL, since we left.
I mean, maybe include the detail of it was somehow involved with the explosion of the Irakokra Island home. Like it was in the vicinity and probably linked, though I don't know if we confirmed that. I'm forgetting. When we did go to investigate, we did try. Well, I mean, like they did attack us without really giving us a chance to ask them anything. You know,
Yeah, we did try to talk.
emphasize certain parts like that.
Yeah, no,
I don't
can't
know
think
if there's
of
any
anything. I can't think of anything.
anything related to that specifically. I don't think, or nothing comes to mind. Nor do I think there's anything that we really would really want to.
So no, we don't hide anything.
Yeah.
Besides this one letter that you brought back, did you see any other correspondence or any other? You said there was a hill giant there.
Hill giant, some ogres, and a loud giant. Cloud giant seemed to be the one in charge, and hill giant, yeah. Cloud giant will seem to be the one in charge. I almost got
you
the
notice that they
impression
react to the fact that a hill giant was there, and
Wait, did you
murmurs
say that
amongst
they
themselves.
did or didn't react?
They did. They do.
They
Talking
did
amongst
react.
themselves,
Okay.
writing notes and things.
I think Tusk would add. I almost got the impression that they weren't the original inhabitants of the keep or the floating fortress. Almost like they possibly took it over from someone else, or were new hires for the cloud giant in charge.
And did you see any other correspondence anywhere?
No.
Or do you still happen to have any other correspondence?
No.
I'm looking through my inventory. I don't think we got anything else.
Were there any signs that there were other giants there besides the hill giants?
Well, there was a cloud giant, but beyond that, I don't think we saw anything.
No.
How well do you trust this one? And they're indicating John.
Trust him well enough.
He's proved to be a valuable ally, and he has not lied to us yet.
Has he become a member of the Bronze Tusks?
Yes.
Bronze
Bronze Fangs,
Fangs? I'm like, wait a second. I'm about to correct him, and then I'm like,
yes.
am I right in correcting it?
Not going to stress that at the moment.
Bronze Fangs. Sorry. What we are about to discuss cannot leave this room. Are you able to continue assisting the city? We have a matter of some urgency that we require a team such as yourselves to assist with. But as I said, this is not something we want the general populace to know about. And so if it's not something that you can do, if you cannot leave within the next day or two, then we will see if we can speak to someone else.
We had no particular plans for the foreseeable future. We had, and any errands we had planned for in the city could be finished up easily within that time.
You will not have to worry about secrecy from us. It would not do to panic the general population.
So
we would be more than happy to continue helping the city.
Sort of looks at a female elf, and then he turns back. We sent out while you were gone, we received some information that it is possible that there was an alliance of giants. This has not been something that has happened in the recorded history of the Sword Coast, and that's one of the reasons why there is this sort of unspoken, I guess you would call, peace amongst the giant folk and us smaller folk, because they've never posed a major threat beyond roving bands at different times or different leaders at different ways. But I don't know how much you know about giants, but if you can just imagine if hill, stone, frost, other types of giants were to band together under one leader, it would be something that would send this entire region into war.
That is troubling news indeed.
We sent out a party, and they were able to disrupt a gathering of hill giants that had been several different clans had come together and were, from what we can tell, they were on their way to join some of the other giants when this group was able to prevent them from doing so. For reasons I won't get into here, they are not able to continue. I also don't know that they have the metal to, and the power and the ability to take on the next step. We would ask that you go to what we have determined to be a frost giant collection there, bringing in different people, and I don't know what all will be there. Your most important mission is to garner intelligence as to what or who is behind this alliance, to confirm that this alliance does exist, and then return any information gathered back to us. You will also have full and complete support to destroy any giant you may come upon, as a means of preventing this uprising and preventing a war. While we will not be sponsoring or repaying you, if our scouts are accurate, there is much treasure to be had, and anything you may find is yours to keep.
Very well. If you have the location, we'll be sure to head out in the next day and a half. We have a couple of loose ends, and we'll need to prepare for our trip if this is certainly the case. My friends have, when we looked over the letter we brought, mentioned the possibility it was in code. If you were able to decipher it or have the cipher, that's the right word, right?
Yes.
Yeah. If you have the cipher, we would much appreciate it in case we come across more documents in our investigation, to hopefully easily determine if what's important and not.
He looks again at the elf for a minute. They just stare at each other, and
Any amount of information could prove vital to this mission.
Exactly. That is why you are being tasked to find that information. We will. He gets up and sort of the other council members gather around him, and he turns around and comes back. He's holding stuff, and he comes back and he hands Genesis. There are 2 gems. Give me an investigation, just a flat roll in the chat.
Rip.
And he says, these are sending stones. Are you familiar with what sending stones do?
Yes, I'm familiar.
Very well, you will use the blue one. You will only use the red one if the blue one does not work. You will also make sure that you check in within an hour before and after each dawn and each sunset, even if it's just letting us know that you are still alive. A messenger will bring the information we have on the cipher to your house later this afternoon.
Very much appreciated. We will be departing the next day then, or day and a half, as soon as we gather our supplies and finish up our.
You see there's a human male, and he sort of waves his hand, and you see a illusion of the Sword Coast in map form pop up. Maybe. There it goes. Wow. Alright, and he says, we have our latest pair of scouts has been sent ahead, and you will meet them in Burdusk. So for those of you who don't remember, it is there. Provisions will be brought to your mounts. Let me start again. Your mounts will be loaded with provisions for the trip, and from you will leave. The scouts will travel with you to the base of the mountains, and then they will lead your mounts back to Burdusk for you, because your mounts will not be able to traverse through the cold mountains.
I'm not sure it's the traversion that will get to Ravenclaw, but the weather might. So.
Yeah, that's right. It's a mountainous area. I forgot about that.
Understood. That'll be of great help.
Alright, and Make sure I'm not missing anything. So, to our knowledge, the leaders of this alliance, I guess you could call it, are not aware of what has happened with the hill giants yet. But the longer we wait, the higher the chance that they will find out. If they are aware, then they may be on high alert. As of yet, they have not been when our scouts returned last. You will also be provided with cold weather gear if you do not have any.
Gus, looks down at his
Right.
just his bear skin jacket and pants. And, that would probably be of help.
Yes, we don't typically travel in such cold places.
And he turns back around and the same one that casts the illusion drops the illusion and reaches under his chair and hands him a scroll and a book, and he hands those to you, Genesis. He said, "This is our couple of the leading research done on frost giants. Keep these. These are to not leave the city. Just keep them in your abode, and someone will be around to fetch them in a few days once you leave." Do you have any other questions or any clarifications you need from us?
I do not know, not at the moment. This has been very helpful. Thank you. We will be sure to head out in the next day or so. Good, I'm unmuted. For a second.
No, you're not muted. You're not muted.
Yeah. I was like, I've been sucking this whole time and just was muted the whole time.
Oh no.
It's happened. Yeah. But yeah.
I've got a meme for that, but I won't send it right this minute.
Yeah. Anyone else have anything?
No.
All right, and so with that, you all are dismissed. So you have
right.
2 scrying stones. Let me open up the party sheet. And I will let where's your intelligence? All right. 10, 15, 18, 10. Okay. So
Look, it's not.
I will say that John and Kithri will have advantage on recalling information regarding cloud giants. Presuming, John, that you're willing to study the books and the scroll that they were given. You were given.
I can.
Okay. So we'll say that you two have that. Let me inventory items. I gotta grab a book. All right. So in this, yeah. Anytime I try to pull up your inventories,
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to have a some sort of invisible servant come and instead of killing you guys, have an invisible stalker come steal all your bags of holding. And that way we can clear out half your crap in your. This is the wrong book.
You just need one of
In
us
your
to forget
inventory.
one day. It's like, oh, I'll hold on to your bag of holding for you. I'll just put it in my bag of holding.
Yeah.
Oh no! Suddenly, we're on a quest to get back home from the astral sea.
Okay, so I initially was going to hand wave it, but I do want to go ahead and give you guys the sending stones.
I have one in my inventory. I could just make a couple more since or something. Well, I know they're and Jen's, but I could like make a couple and throw them into the party sheet for Jen to grab.
All right, and you find out that the blue sending gem that you're not supposed to use is owned by.
Oh, wait, it's the red one that we're not supposed to use. I wrote it down when you said it.
Where did my PCs go? I have too many. Already have too many windows open. Notes. Gotta open my notes again. Notes. Proper names. Here it is. All right. So the red one is for attuned to Ed Grimley.
Okay.
So who's going to take that one?
John is going to leave the other two people take him because he has to go tell Rosaret, so.
Well, these were given to us in the meeting while we were all there, so.
Yeah.
But we can just let Jen hold on to them.
Yeah, Jen can hold on to them.
Unless you don't want to.
Is the blue one attuned to somebody else?
Yes. The blue one is attuned to Kaziel. She is the. All you know about her at this point is that she was the elf that appeared to be telepathically communicating with Grimly. Give me just a second here.
Okay.
Here it is. EFGHI.
That's what I now add that to proper nouns. Scroll down to where the K's should be.
So she is to be your point of contact. And just to clarify, you are to check in at least an hour, one time between an hour before and an hour after sunrise, and an hour before, and an hour after sunset each day, and then any other time that you have vital information that you think shouldn't wait till that time, to your next check-in time.
Yes.
All right, and here it is. Where's the party sheet? I did end up closing it. Okay, so here's this one. Who's going to take that one?
Should we not have them together?
I think you should just take them both.
Okay.
What could happen?
Hmm?
Sure, it'll be fine.
Actually,
Okay.
maybe we give the emergency one to Tusk. Just in case,
Okay.
I don't know, I get snatched away or something. I don't know. Giant eagle comes from the sky and yoinks me.
Or a giant just tosses you off a cliff or something.
Yeah, and then, just in case.
Yeah, okay. I'll take it. Yeah, if I can assign it properly. Man, let me throw it into my inventory. Why do you not like me?
All right, so
Man.
go ahead. Let's go ahead and John,
Shoot,
you
it's
have.
done it again.
Let me take a look at the notes. Say again.
Fantasy Grounds is being a butt for me again, so I have to rejoin.
There we go.
Shoot,
I
I
don't show you
hope I didn't lose
disconnecting
too many
within
minutes.
I saw you disconnected. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, what did you say?
I'm rejoining.
What did you say, Sven? I mean,
All right, so you turn in the information, and they to ask the day before you go back to the Adventurers Guild. They mark off that has been completed, and they tell you that since you are with to continue to work with the Bronze Fangs, and they will be appearing before the city council the next day, and you are to be with them when they appear before the city council. The city council has taken over this particular quest
okay.
storyline, and so it's no longer part of the Adventurers Guild.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell Rosred. Did I see Rosred leave or go in any general direction? Speaking of that,
You guys, so going back to now, you guys
Oh,
are
you
still
said
just outside the city
tail
council.
Rosarit. I thought you were saying tell Rosarit. I'm like, wait a second,
no,
is he a spy?
Tell Rosred.
I'm like, hold up. I just said I trusted this guy.
No, tail, Rosred, tail. My T's in certain words I said due to my autism sound similar. Like my B's and D's sound the same as well.
So right now, you guys are outside the large keep, and the guards are watching you. Bored.
Do I see
Just
Rosred
stand
heading in
talking to
any? Do I see Rosred heading into any general direction?
You don't see anybody leaving the keep where the meeting took place. Today. His date is.
As we start walking away, just out of, we'll say, immediate earshot of the guards, look like we're chatting and whatnot. Tuss
Wait, hold up.
will
If
bring up.
you're gonna say something, hold up. I think I have the message spell. Never mind, I don't.
John has the message spell, I think. No. Yeah, I have the message spell. So.
Well, regardless, we'll have to relay this to both of you guys. But I think Tuss is going to kind of whisper, motion, hey, let's keep walking a little bit away. Kind of still keeping an eye on the exit of the keep. There's really only one exit to the keep, as far as I'm aware. Probably as far as either of us are aware. But as we just walk down the road just a little bit, Tuss is going to kind of whisper to Jen and John. And last time he left immediately, but with what they told us in there, they might be staying for a bit for extended meeting. It might not be a bad idea to change our plans and go sooner into the house.
I was gonna say, we have John's fitting for Ravenclaw tomorrow, so I mean, we can do that.
That's not what I'm saying. Rosserit, it seems like he might be in a meeting for an extended period of time away from his home.
I mean, John can linger around in a group of civilians standing there at whatever's nearby and just blend in with them and see if he sees anybody going by. If you wanted to do that,
Nick
We
is
could
talking
do that,
about us breaking
but we
into
might
his house
go
while he's
into
out there.
his house instead. Yeah,
oh, okay.
we were planning on possibly doing that too, but if we know he's out of the house, it's probably more safer bet to deal with his place while he's not there than rather than the night while he might be sleeping.
Well, John can stay at the here's a plan of action for you, Tusk. John will stay at near the entrance of the city council building, and when he sees Roseret exiting, he can run. He can scurry back to his house and use the message spell to tell you guys that he's coming to get out. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna need a rogue to get in the building.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
I thought
Where'd she go
Kithri.
again?
I thought Kithri was at Roseret's place.
We
Scoping it out.
are
yesterday she
walking out
was.
this meeting, and then we kind of turn around, and Kithri's gone,
Yeah.
normal.
Well, Kithri checked out his place yesterday and give us a
Ew.
rundown of what to expect there.
All right. Well then, yeah, I'm down to break in.
Yeah.
I do have. Hold up. Me.
Okay, real quick. Just because I'm not as good at this kind of stuff when we want to ideally go undetected, how would you two? Again, I think you have some magic stuff to help you with that. Also, do you feel comfortable possibly going with him?
Well, I have two spells: disguise self and alter self. So I mean, realistically, I can disguise myself as somebody and get us in, or I can alter myself and get us in. I mean, realistically, it's up to you.
Well, so I am considering, and again, this is all still quiet. as you should have got ours and whatnots, and but I'm considering possibly maybe just you and Jed and having someone who's like me who's not as stealthy. And give me a second, and I pull up my sending stone out of my pocket.
Hello, this is Aldous. Is Tusk?
Yes, this is Tusk, Aldous. What do you need?
Would you perhaps be in the company of Mr. Hancock?
Yes, I am in the company of Mr. Hancock. I'll put him on the line here. And I will hand the sending stone to John. John, it's for you. It's Aldous.
Please tell Mr. Hancock that he's being requested. So as you hand it over to John, you hear this?
Yes.
I'm here. Go to the barding. My mind just went blank. Not what the hell is he called? Oh, he's been requested at the blacksmith that is preparing the barding at post haste.
All right.
To bring his creature with him. This is Aldous. Thank you for your time. I hope I was not too much of an inconvenience.
And then I say, no, you are not inconvenienced, and hand the stone back to Tusk.
Shoot.
That puts
Thank
a damper
you,
on
Aldous.
Thank you, Aldous. Yeah.
We might have to just delay our plans with Rossarit. Go ahead to your meeting. We'll figure something out.
I would prefer you come along, Tusk. One of y'all come along just to be safe. So, which one do you want to come with me? I feel.
If you're going to your party,
we might as well just all go.
I was gonna say, we might as well
help with Ravenclaw. He knows stuff about blacksmithing and stuff.
Yeah, you can offer advice, and I'm saying it would be beneficial for all three of us go.
Meanwhile, that's Sven's way of saying, hey, maybe don't do that without Kithrin. Oh, by the way, Nick, don't forget to grab the sending gem from the party sheet.
Oh, yes, thank you. I should be able to grab it now that it's...
Yeah, so John will walk over to the hold for his mount and grab his mount and walk Ravenclaw over to the blacksmith with Jen and Tusk.
Why does this keep being asked to be open? Oh, it's Sirenscape. Okay, that's why.
Okay, I had to lose some of my notes.
Alright, I think I'm going to risk Sirenscape again. Let's see. Okay, so hour and a half later, you're done. You find out that the blacksmith has been tasked with getting the barding done by tomorrow.
Okay, so do I need to subtract 100 gold pieces from my inventory?
Yes.
Or okay,
whatever was agreed upon. I believe you left.
Well, it was 100 up front, and then the rest when it's completed. So.
Okay, then you should have already done the 100.
Well, I didn't get there until today, so that's what I'm saying. We were supposed to see him on the 11th, which is tomorrow for the fitting, not today. So, right. I didn't plan on giving him...
What I'm saying is he is... Up front would have been when you first talked to him. So he has made it, done of general proportions, now getting the
All right, I
the
subtracted the
in there.
100. I
He's
subtracted the
putting
100.
it on and making the changes, especially on the wings. Require more measurements, checking to see how it fits as it moves and stuff, making tweaks and things. So it'll be ready tomorrow. He says it'll be ready by second watch, which is 10.
All right.
Tusk, you know that he would not do this for free, and he's not asking for any more money, so somebody paid him to get this done faster than his other jobs and things.
It probably would have been somebody with the city, right? So that we can leave early.
Oh, they also did mention that they would not be sponsoring us, right? But it might be just as a making our things wrap
they
up.
are, in a sense, they are sponsoring you in the sense that they are providing you with adventuring gear, your clothes, your rations, stuff like that. You're not getting any kind of special reward for it beyond being able to take whatever you find. That's what they
Yeah.
meant.
They're
I may have
also
misspoke.
not
Sorry,
telling
thank you
people
for-
that
They
they
are
are
sponsoring
paying
it.
us.
Yes, they are sponsoring
Yes.
the
Yeah,
position.
Okay.
yeah, they are sponsoring the mission according to what it says
Yes.
in the thing here.
Yeah.
The information. in
Sorry,
the chat box.
I was thinking more on a different line, thinking that was just not right. Thank you for the correction. I think we maybe postpone our plans with Rosseret until we return to the city.
Well, I have to
But-
study those books for that the city council gave us for the cloud giants and stuff. So
I'm sure you all will spend the night doing that. But regardless, this is outside of that, or talking about the plans we had talked about last time.
yeah.
However, Kithri did mention she found out that he has a couple of other homes, one of which was either in, as I pull it up just to make sure I say this right, one of which is possibly in Burdusk. So maybe when we stop by there, we can give it a look. Though I think she mentioned it might all actually be in Scornabel or however you say that, but might be good to look when we get there or before we return. But that'll be something to keep in mind for later. Regardless, I think while you guys are studying this material, I'm gonna go see if I can find something that I've heard rumors about that might come in handy if I can find it and afford it. I would like to see if possibly in the city for sale is a giant slayer great axe, or just a giant slayer weapon.
Ooh.
I do have to go though because my mom is picking me up to stay at her place due to this pancreatitis, and we have to go to the store before they close to get Gatorade and essentials and stuff. So
What did you want enchanted?
I wanted my bow enchanted, and I wanted something kind of like I wanted my bow enchanted. I don't know if we can do that real quick.
Do
Sorry,
you just
though.
want like a +1 bow or a special bow?
Well, you have a compound short bow, which is unique in that it does an additional 1d4.
Yeah, well, I was thinking something that maybe allows me to recover my arrows if they're missed, or something along those lines. Not something overpowered. Like maybe the bow will react to certain monsters, telling me what they are, or kind of like how Tusk acts alert him to the enemies nearby, if that makes sense. Like,
So that
Do you
is
want a
what-
weapon of warning?
yeah,
like-
sort of. Can I do weapon of warning on compound bow, or should I do it on my sunblade? You think?
You wouldn't be able to do it on the Sunblade. The there is a quiver that you can purchase that has unlimited arrows.
I could do that. How much is that?
And
Because I
so
gotta give 90 platinum pieces, so I have
if it
the.
exists within the city, it will be less than 500 gold.
All right. Well, can we put that on the list of things to do? But I do have to go because I have to go to my mom's place. So, I'll give Nick out Quiver of Alona. All right. I'm going to give that my character control to Tusk and let him lead the way with that. Okay.
If we
Because
end up doing with it,
Okay.
okay.
And the weapon of warning with Tusk there's no need for it, but you can do it if you want. It would just mean that you would have two weapons doing the same thing.
Is there anything I can do for the bow itself other than buy the Quiver of Alona? Like, is there any? Can I
You can
make it shoot
buy
fire? Can I make
ammunition.
it?
There's a lot
Can
of
I?
different ammunition, so arrows that you can put poison or alchemical things in, like
Is there fire arrows?
there are fire arrows.
Is there explosive arrows?
No.
No, explosive
You
arrows.
can put alchemist fire in the alchemical arrow and shoot that, yes.
What does that do?
It delivers the alchemist fire in a very rapid fashion through the arrow.
Alright.
Alchemist fire is like napalm. It burns until they put it out, doing
Do I
1d6 damage every round.
Do I need to prepare that ahead of time, or does it come with the arrows included?
The alchemical arrow, it has a glass sphere, a little holding area up in the front of it, and then you pour whatever alchemical thing you want in it, whether it's holy water or alchemist fire, poison, whatever, and then you shoot the arrow and it explodes upon impact.
Is there
So
is there any way to buy?
And you have to have what you put in it. So in this case, alchemist fire.
Is there any any way I can enchant my bow to fire arrows that will be recovered upon missing a shot? Like,
Well, that's what the quiver would do.
okay.
And it's
Well,
it was a lot cheaper to buy a quiver than it would be to cause your arrows to return to you.
All right. Well, I think I'll go for the quiver. If I can't go for the quiver, is there anybody in the city that can craft it?
Not within the time frame that we'll be here for.
Correct.
Yeah, true. Okay, I guess I'll just search for the quiver of Alona. If they don't have it, then I'll just go without it, and when we get back to the city, I'll see if I can have somebody craft it.
All right. Give me a percentile, and then you can give. That answers the questions I had for you.
46.
All right, you're good.
Alright, so what do you mean you're good? Can you explain?
That's the only questions I had before you go. So you're
Alright.
free to head on out.
Alright, I'm gonna head on out, guys. I gotta go stay at Mom. Mom wants me to stay at her place due to the pancreatitis to keep an eye on me. So.
Have a good night. Hopefully, you feel a little bit better.
I relinquish my control of my character to Tusk.
All right, we'll take care of it. Have a good night.
If you need any questions, if you have any questions on anything, feel free to DM me. I might not be able to hop in VC, but I can answer any questions on if there's some specific you guys need from me.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Feel better. Alrighty.
All right, just doing some math here. 1853, so that's.
Mm-hmm.
And then change this. Alright, that's done. Arrow. Alright, so Nick, go ahead and subtract. Oh, did you? Let me
I have not
unlock
grabbed him yet
him.
because he's not.
Where is he? There he is. Alright, so he's been cleared.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
grab him. I'm assuming the 453 is the price.
No, that's Quiver's taken care of.
Oh, okay.
Give me percentile.
Oof, that's
Okay.
nice. What was this percentile for? Was it for the thing that I asked for?
No.
Or was it for something else? Okay.
Go ahead and delete 20 gold. 10 gold from John Hancock.
That would be. Got it?
And an additional 20 gold.
Minus 20 gold. Okay. Done.
And then let's see. I'm going to give him 4 alchemist fire. So subtract 200 gold.
Okay. Done.
4. All right. Getting back to your giant slayer.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a percentile.
Okay. Actually, just because I would really like this, could I use my inspiration for the night to possibly get a lower score for that?
Okay.
Yep. Never mind. 62 was much better. But I don't know. I thought it was important enough to try.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, I mean, Sven hasn't given his ruling yet, but I don't know. It is a rare item, so. Are the rumors true? No.
All right. So you are able to track it down. It takes you. You're sent 4 different places. A couple of them tell you that they had giant slayer weapons, but they had been sold. Seems like a party recently purchased several of them. And
Yeah, that was probably the other party they sent out.
Yeah, to go hunt giants. I mean, hey,
But
it's
you
always
are
nice when
able
you
to
like.
find
Okay.
one of them, but it will cost you 6,000 gold.
6,000. Give me a quick second to do some maths.
Do you have the Adventurers Guild tattoo?
I do have the Adventurers Guild
Yes.
tattoo, which I would show for purchasing. Because
Okay.
thank you for the reminder. I um
So he's willing to bring it down to 5,500.
okay. So do I have the money
I
for
can
that?
contribute some money if you want.
Yeah, I might have to ask for just the little pick me up. I'm adding. Let's see. That's for.
Luckily, your other one shrinks down to your bracelet.
Yep.
So there isn't an issue of how are you going to carry 2 great axes around with you all the time.
Could you spot me like 500 gold, Jen?
Yeah, I'll spot you 750 so that you have some money for yourself. I just have to pull up a calculator.
All right. I appreciate that.
Alright, so I show that right now it is
I have subtracted the 750.
I had to wait 45 minutes for your inventory to load.
Which one of us?
Tusk.
It would have been the
I've
same
started
joke
subtracting
if
gold,
it was me.
so I've already started subtracting my gold. Do I need to wait?
No, yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I want to make sure it's identified. Does not look like it was. Alright. Great axe. Identified. Not identified. Okay, so it is identified. Okay, you're good.
Sweet. Okay. Yep, I see it.
Let me switch this.
Thank you. I have
There we
subtracted the money that I needed to, and thanks to Jen, I still have a little bit of gold on me. Actually, might have to convert some platinum to gold because funnily enough, with the help from Jen and me subtracting from my gold first, I now have about as much platinum as I have gold, which is yeah. But no, that got me for a bit. But I think this will be very useful.
Now I have the same number of platinum and silver pieces.
Alright, so
And double checking, it is not attunement. Good.
Nice.
if you want to look, Nick, do you have the comprehensive equipment guide open?
I do have
loaded
it. Let me pull
is
it
what I
up.
meant. Okay.
Yes, it should.
So
Yes, it is load.
if you type in arrow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's some fun arrows here.
Space, then it will show you list of things on the bottom. He has 20 fire arrows and 10 alchemical arrows already.
Okay.
So, if you want to look at through like the barbed, the flight, the frog crotch, the grappling, screaming, sheath, and smoke, see if there's they range greatly in price. But if you think he would be curious about any of them or want any of them, you can just drag him over to his inventory. Just pay whatever the price would be on there for them. And then, say for example, he gets the screaming arrows. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Once you drag it over, get rid of backspace over the 10, and then change the quantity to 10.
Okay.
So that way we don't have to worry about that. Because it's, and the price is for whatever's there. So grappling arrows for only 1, an arrow of flight is for 20. For whatever price is listed there. And then the other thing, if you want to just zero out the weight, because the weight is also for 10 or 20 or whatever them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you would help me by doing this, zeroing out the weight, I didn't think about it for the alchemical and the fire arrows. Just zero them out for me, please. Alright, so
Yep.
Genesis, is there anything you wanted to do before you guys leave the next day?
Man, I've got so much money and I don't know what to buy. I don't know if you have like all of the same things in this campaign as in the other campaign. Is it possible to get those like those gems that we got on our weapons in the Wednesday campaign on
The
weapons
augments?
in this campaign?
Um,
Yeah, the augment crystals.
Actually, I think that's one of the things that I applied to Bronze Tusk, give the extra
yes.
thunder damage.
The answer is yes. I'm just looking for the
Okay, cool. I was like,
thing to pass.
I don't
to
know
you.
if I'm just mixing my wires.
No, augment
It
crystals
was
are a great thing. Anybody at home who wants them can get it on DM's Guild. I think it's a pay what you want, and the suggested price is $1, and it's something I did, so I didn't write it, but I converted it. So if anybody wants it, go for it. Let's see. I don't see. There's a link down below in Twitch for my stuff that I've done. Let me see. Character wealth. Not a way to search. Here it is. Augment crystals. I think this was the very first thing I ever did for Fantasy Grounds. Alright, so there's the list. Also, they have things that are comparable, so if you want something that's not on this list, let me know what it is, and there's a chance that they have it and or can make it.
Okay.
All right.
It'll take me a minute
We are
to
going to
look
go
through
ahead
this,
and
so.
take our break. Before we do, let me ask the two of you, since we're down to 2 players, do you want to keep going, or do you want to call it? I don't mind either way.
I am fine either way, I guess. I know you're asking us, but like I'm good to keep going with just the two of us. I'd also be okay if we just stopped it here because I think next we'll probably just be starting to head out. But I don't know. That might be a good place to just pick up next time with more people, as we have finished with the city.
One quick note: Gimbal, Kendrick, who plays Gimbal, just shifted to a new store this week, and so yesterday, I think was his first day. His fourth, yeah. No, today is his first day. So we will be determining what his, he will know what his new schedule is going to be this week. So hopefully, he will be able to jump back in, but we'll know for sure here, like I said, in a few days. By next week, at least, we'll know for sure if he's able to join you on the Thursdays. So my point is there is a possibility that might happen. So,
well, I certainly hope so. In that case, maybe we should end here, and hopefully next time when we pick up, he'll join us. And if he has anything you want to last minute take care of in the city before we actually properly left, we would have the chance to.
Well, that's cool. All right, and don't forget, you are in Nashkel, and what I mean by that is there's a Thieves Guild, there's a Mage Guild, there are the Adventurers Guild. So you could task or pay for people to mess with the restaurant, or trail him, or break into his house, or whatever you wanted to do. If you didn't want to do it yourself, there are other means of accomplishing the same purpose by having someone else do it.
Maybe that would be better, that people don't see us public figures breaking into somebody's house. Crazy.
Just an idea. Just throwing it out there. Don't.
Fair enough.
Because your characters would know about this stuff, especially since Kithri and John are members of the Thieves Guild. So.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I asked her to find information on where his other residents might be.
Right.
But yeah, that actually would also might be a good valid option, especially since we might not be here for a bit. Have someone check out and possibly get some leads.
But or you maybe need to give them clear direction. What are they trying to do? Are they burning it down? Are they looking for stuff? What are they looking for? If they are looking for things, are they stealing anything? Are they just gathering information? That type of thing. What is it exactly you want them to do, so that they can proceed from there? You guys don't really know, but you can go off the cuff, just break in and figure out once you get in there.
Yeah.
But you can't do that with someone else. So.
Unfortunately, yeah, that is true.
Well, I do really appreciate you guys. It's one of the reasons why I have a tendency to try to get you guys at least close to what you want. I may not be able to give you exactly every item that you want, but I try to do the best because I know you guys are here, you're consistent, and I appreciate you. So we will be back here.
Appreciate you.
Next week is our Underdark campaign, and then we'll be back doing this on... Are we off the week of the 18th? No, we're here on the week of the 18th. So, yes, we will be here on the 18th.
I believe we're off the week of the 25th.
Yes, for your campaign.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so, all right. So, thanks for hanging with me, guys. Appreciate you all being here and playing. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I realized today when I was looking for it that this last time we played this had not been uploaded to YouTube. So it is now uploaded to YouTube. And so it'll be also in Discord within the next couple of days. That's the last session, and then this session will also be uploaded to both. So thanks again for hanging out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night.
Night, guys.